make like a tree get on here.
Yeah. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're going for our second successful podcast episode. I'm your host, Mr. Tony Loke. I'm joined with my buddy Chris. Tony Loke, you never heard? He was big back in the 90s.
Tone Loke?
Tone Loke?
Loke
was doing alias?
Was it an asshole from Fergo?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey!
So, we also got my buddy Chris.
Funky Cole Medina. We're not doing that?
You can call yourself that.
And we got the Double Dutch Bus, Brandon Missler.
Praise be to the almighty sausage.
We got the Phillipeano Ninja, my buddy Ronel.
Alright, I'll roll with that.
I'll roll.
And we have Corey.
Thanks, guys.
You are the Alan Davies of the group.
Thanks,
So, we had a successful first episode. Now we have a successful second episode as a start, and we have 3 guests. Who'd have figured?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's funny. I didn't even think we had 3 friends combined. But
We tried to come up with slogans for the show, and one of them was like it's me and the host Chris, and with our third chair who we've booked, but every time we book one, they bail.
So we don't say we have a guest until
they show up. The other one was welcome to the podcast, the Oddcast, where it is recorded in multiple different locations, but the audio is always shitty. So I'm glad we have a good group here.
we do have a good group here. We got a full group. That's what it is.
Well, I do equal to one of you.
We have a full and equal group today.
All right.
And
no one brought their own topic because this was all on short notice. So we're actually pulling from the emergency deck of cards.
And none of us have seen them except for Tone Loke over here.
Yeah.
I
love his laugh.
Did he say Tonlo?
Tone Loke.
Oh.
Tony Yeo.
Tony Loke.
It's Tanak. Nobody else knows that.
That's what I know.
You guys need to go watch that video. It's this fat Indian guy dancing. He's like a superstar.
That one?
Alright,
Like that.
so to end this gag in the butt while we can, just go with Noonie or Nunez.
Or Noonie? What?
Noonie.
Oh, Noonie. Alright, I like that one.
I'm gonna call you Fred.
Cool. Alright, so
This
Chris,
whole thing's a work in progress.
Chris, what's our topic?
Our first topic, which none of us except for Fred know about, is mysteries of the ocean. That's a good one. Because there's lots of mysteries of the ocean because our planet is pretty much all ocean, and I don't think there's anybody that's explored every single part of the ocean.
We can't even go to the bottom in certain places.
Brandon, have you? You said I'm assuming that you've gone to the deepest depths.
Well, I've gone to the deepest test. I've journeyed into the sunken city of Rileth. I've summoned Cthulhu. I don't know what else to find in the ocean. I'm hoping someday to get to the core of the earth, to find the inner city there, and have sex with all the alien babes. That's all I hope for in this life.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't get laid by regular babe, find an alien babe. Screw
How
it.
did you know?
What about the mermaid?
A mermaid. There you go.
Hey, did you guys, speaking of
I saw the mermaids. It's the kind with the fish on top and the woman on bottom.
Either way, it's not a win-win, and no matter which half is where. But the way I kind of came up with this topic, did you guys catch what was it? Mermaid, the Body Found. Any of you guys catch that?
No.
What the fuck is
no,
that?
you're not.
Mermaid, the
So
Body
you
Found.
haven't found it?
Okay, Mermaid, the Body Found was a documentary. Actually, let me say mockumentary. But when I watched this, the person who showed it to me did not tell me it was a mockumentary. Now, in future episodes, we'll talk about cryptozoology. There's some cryptos.
I fucking love that. So.
Yeah,
You'll be back for that one.
We'll save that for later.
You don't bail.
But the short of it is, there's some that I could buy. I'm like, yeah, I can see that. And there's some that I say, full of shit, and I toss right out. Mermaid is one of them. Like, I throw that one right out. I don't really buy that story. But then, as I was watching this documentary, slowly but surely, I was starting to believe. I'm like, what? Holy shit, because they're actually backing it up with science. And little by little, I was like, holy crap, I can buy this. But the short of the story is, it was a mockumentary. It was made for pure entertainment.
So, otherwise, you keep going up to it, and it's like, okay, I believe this, and it says directed by Michael Bay.
Exactly. Hey, Transformers was based on a true story.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was based on true events, rather.
Oh, get out.
The whole premise of this movie was about the fall of GM.
Fall of GM.
That was good. A little intellectual joke there. The way I like to think of it is when a movie says it's based on true events, I'm like, I'm going to find the scene in this movie where the event is based on a true life experience. And it's like usually at the very beginning of the movie where the main character sits down and has breakfast with his wife. I was like, that's where it was based off. That breakfast. The rest of the movie is completely fictional and false. The ghosts, the aliens, not true. The breakfast, completely true.
That
So
was
let's add the
Someone
moniker.
had bacon and eggs.
Yeah,
That's how I
had
know.
all the
That's how I know.
fixings.
And
You see, I can't be based on true stories because it never includes the heart of the dead child I had for breakfast.
What?
shock humor.
I am lost.
We know.
Silence.
All right, well, let's get back to the ocean.
Whoa.
Yeah, what about
Okay.
the ocean?
Okay, I wanna say something. I think that you're completely wrong. Mermaids are real. You obviously have never seen the 1984 Splash.
Let's not make-
Stupid.
Really? We're
God.
gonna go back
In
to
technicality,
1984.
Idiot.
isn't the Incredible Mr. Limpet a mermaid film then at that point? It's technically a man who's a fish.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Wow, you've never seen that.
No.
Don't
Yes,
bother.
that's-
It's from 1954. It's got Don Knotts, so you know. Just
Don Knotts. I love Don Knotts.
Hey, I know that movie. Is he a bluefish?
Is he blue?
Bluefish.
It was black
Or is
and
it
white, so
orange?
it's a little hard to
No,
tell.
actually, it was a color.
Oh, wow.
I know, hard to believe.
Right? 50s.
Was it the bluefish cartoon fish that?
No.
Or am I thinking about? You know what I'm thinking
I
about?
think
that's a different
I
movie.
think you're thinking of the movie.
That wasn't the TV show. That you
I'm
watched
gonna
yesterday.
turn into a ball and just roll over into a corner now because nobody knows what I'm talking about. That might have just been in a dream I had, which was on our other podcast. You should listen to it.
Yep, episode 1. It's not like we have very many. You don't have to go back
Yeah.
that far.
YUN.
Hopefully, get picked up for episode 3.
Yeah.
Should our sponsor hold up?
Sponsor.
We are,
Sponsored by Pete.
we live day by day.
It's kind of.
We wait every morning for a phone call that says we're still alive.
So back on the ocean, there's water there. Anybody else know that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already knew that.
Yeah.
You know, one thing I don't get about the ocean.
It's Life of Pi.
Oh God, that fucking movie.
Okay, you say that fucking movie. Did you read the book?
That fucking book.
What book?
Did you read it?
What book
Or are you just saying you read the back cover of it?
I saw the front cover of it.
Doesn't that count?
I'm lost.
Technically,
What book do we
technically,
go
if
to?
you're reading a book, doesn't necessarily mean you have to open the book. You can just look at the blurb on the back.
I just go to Wikipedia and read the plot summary.
What book are we talking about?
I've read
The
like
Life of
500
Pi.
books on
I've never
Wikipedia.
seen it. Never even read it either.
It's a book
He's
about this
very-
guy that makes
It's my
apple
favorite
pies,
movie.
and he's starting a company making apple
It's a
pies.
prequel.
Tiger apple pie.
It's a prequel to The Amazing Spider-Man. And it shows what Peter Parker's dad did before the events of The Amazing Spider-Man.
That was good.
His dad. Spoiler: Peter Parker's dad
Dies.
was a tiger.
Oh,
Oh, you are great.
That's no, seriously. The tiger's name is what? Richard Parker.
Richard Parker.
That's the name of Peter Parker's dad, Richard Parker.
Well,
Now we know where Spider-Man's dad is. He's a tiger and he's dead in the Atlantic somewhere.
and now you know.
now you know.
Is this where the
more
more
you
you know
know.
thing just flies across
Yeah.
the screen? It flies across the airwaves.
So
Back
I
to
guess
the ocean.
I guess one of the biggest mysteries I think of the ocean is obviously Atlantis.
Mantis.
The movie?
I was gonna say Loch Ness, but
That movie could be at the bottom of the ocean. Not
Technicality, it links to the ocean, so the Loch Ness counts.
yeah, and he wanted Tree Fitty
We know more about Mars than
God
we
damn
know
it.
about the ocean.
That's crazy.
because it's cold in
Actually,
the
it's
ocean.
the moon.
duh.
Sorry to correct you, it's the moon.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. We know more about
She's-
the moon.
She's gonna kick you in the balls.
I'm expecting it, so that's why I'm facing this
I don't think
way.
anyone can hear her because she's off mic area.
So it's okay. So everybody just thinks you're insane.
Who's,
Oh, he's pretending like he's talking to girls again.
There's people here?
Where?
Wait a minute, pinch me. I'm not in a dream.
People are
Oh,
talking to me!
There's no one here.
I thought I was in REM sleep. Episode 1. Okay, but Atlantis, I don't know the word. I don't know what this
What are you
word
trying to
is.
think
The
of?
concept of it
Go
is
into,
weird.
go more into it. Go into detail.
Please.
I don't know a whole lot other than like it was civilization back in the day that apparently was technologically advanced, and I don't really know what that means back in that day because if you look at the definition
They learned what
of
a fork-
technology,
They
is-
learned what a fork
See
was.
that.
I guess that could be true because the only
So Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit.
That's what I was just about to go
That's
with
technological disadvantage.
that. Why are you know? Listen, I just want to know if Jar Jar Binks is really real. That's all.
I hope
Now that-
That's another episode.
I hope
Now that George Lucas is no longer in charge, he is no longer real.
But
Sadness.
the generic terms technology is just something that helps, that makes life easier. So like a calendar is considered technology.
Calendar, what's that? You mean a map of days?
Yeah, exactly. A wheel is technology. So,
The heck is this?
Great bowls of powdered sugar.
so I don't really know what
I work in a bakery.
what
too.
technology they had, but like if you watch that fucking Disney movie Atlantis, they have like underwater Halo phantoms like in the ocean.
I always hated the Phantoms from Halo 2.
I like them because they have.
Was that joke a little too broad?
Yes.
Oh, I got it. It's all good.
It's just that it's so hard to stay on topic right now.
It really is.
I was like, did any of you?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna cheat right now. This was kind of a hard topic.
All right, let's go to the next one. I'm cool.
Let's
with
go,
that.
all right.
Ronel, you read it.
All right.
Says the guy who is chomping on some snacks.
Make sure to project when you're eating. Get that shit down.
All right, a big question. Oddly worded. I already have my input about it, but it's in quotations. Should we go to space?
End of quote.
Yeah.
End quote.
Should we go to space?
I believe yes.
Yes.
Well,
Should we put money into it? Should we fund this?
I think so.
If
We explored. Well, we didn't because we were explored, but
well, the first off is we don't let the Russians get involved because look what happened in Ukraine. I mean, do you really want them to go to the moon? I mean,
yeah,
I'm
they're going to
talking-
take
I'm talking
over. They're
what
going to take
happened-
over.
I'm- no, 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 I'm
We're going to
talk-
have Chernobyl all over again.
that was what I was talking about. Not what's going on right now.
They're building a Death Star.
Oh, shit. They're building it where
What's a
Chernobyl
Darth
used to be.
Vader?
Double shit. Oh. I just look at it this way: if people want to go for it, like I'm assuming you guys heard about this one-way trip that they've officially got now because they got the funding for it that goes to Mars. It's like It's like out of 2,000 people, they picked like 10 or something like that to go on a one-way trip to Mars. And it's people from like young people to like 60-year-olds or something like that. I forget. It's like a 2-year trip or something like that.
It's a one-way trip. So is there a layover anywhere?
LA.
You got a layover in, I don't know, Jupiter or something back in Pluto?
Actually, I think
you couldn't afford the
Mars is
straight
before
there.
Jupiter.
I always
Exactly.
think they
Have you ever
stopped
gone on a
granting
trip
moon,
anywhere? There's a layover. You have a layover in Denver, but you're going to
Strangely enough,
LA.
sometimes
when I
you
actually,
cut
strangely
backwards.
enough, I flew into Oakland from Phoenix. But for some strange reason, it decided to divert my plane all the way to fucking Seattle
Exactly.
to Portland and then back down to San Francisco. And I'm like, the fuck gives, you know?
You know what that
it-
is?
it-
Because your
it's
last name isn't Kardashian.
Oh,
You can't get a straight shot.
That's true.
I don't even think she is a straight shot.
straight shooter. So,
We know
I-
Kanye is.
so,
Hey, Bazinga, or whatever the hell he says. I don't even know what he says.
so my standpoint in it is kind of me in the middle. One, I think we should stop funding it because I think we could better invest our money in other places right now in our current economy. But I think space should be privatized, and I think it would be better that way. So
You said my favorite word, so yeah, I agree with you.
because like right now, if you look, I forgot exactly who wanted to do what back in like Kennedy's day, but Kennedy said he wanted to go to the moon, right?
Yeah.
Right. I think someone before him said they just wanted to get up there, like, oh, we're just going to do a satellite. Oh, we're just going to put a man out in space. No, we're going to go to the moon. So every time we get a new president, like the goal always changes, and it depends what the government wants to fund and what they want to get behind and what they want accomplished.
And what the Russians are doing.
Well, I
Pretty much.
have no idea what the Russians are doing, so I can't comment.
Well,
but
don't matter, we got
they're
beat 'em.
trying to take over an Eastern European country right now, so I don't know what the hell's going on with
it's all right, I
that.
don't live in Europe. So basically, every time we get a new president, the goal changes, and all the progress we've made trying to accomplish the last goal gets scrapped, and we start all over from scratch, and we're basically always going back to zero, not getting to the goal, going back to zero, and rinse and repeat. Now, on the other end, I think if it's privatized, they have no reason to avert their goals.
I would say if we're going to go into space, one, government should not be involved in it. Two, if people are going to go to space, that should be on their own prerogative and nobody being forced into it. Now, the question is, though, is what is much like this thing with the one-way trip that's going on, is NASA's funding it, so our tax dollars are going to it, and the guarantee that these people are easily going to probably die in transit there, because we've never had anybody flown to Mars yet, so we don't know what that trip's like. Ironically, before they do that, they're actually testing it with a 50-year-old couple. They have volunteered to do this, and it's a one-way trip.
Yeah, when I'm 50, I'm not scared to die or not. Might as
You know,
well.
You know, it
I'm
just
25. I'm not very. I've lived a life.
So
This is hard. I don't want to do this anymore.
Bills.
Pulling from an old sci-fi classic.
Prometheus doesn't count.
No, 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
Classic.
So
Maybe.
they actually go over some true science that applies today in real life. I believe you cannot go for I forget what the duration is, but you can't go for X amount of time into space and then survive if you come back to Earth because your body's not working against gravity. Therefore, your organs and your heart
Yeah, they begin to
aren't.
deteriorate.
They're not
faster.
working as hard. So it's getting used to like doing minimum work. But then when you come back to our gravity,
It's more strenuous.
it puts it into shock, and your body can't
Well,
function, and you'll
that's
die.
the similar thing with like the scuba divers who go down really deep into the ocean.
Yes.
They have to acclimate as they come back up because as their body gets used to it.
See, that would have been a cool fact. That would have been a cool topic.
Yeah.
We were talking about
Yeah,
the
I mean,
ocean.
why'd you wait till now? to
Just
say
came into
that?
my head. I do apologize.
There you
Go
go.
ahead.
Deep sea diving's pretty cool, but we're too past that point.
Yeah.
James Cameron's doesn't count. He went into a sub.
So
I know that
think
movie.
if
I was
it's
forced
obvious
into watching
that these people are not coming back, and if they do, they're going to die if they come back after they've made that trip.
Well, they're
Well, but
50 years old, so it's 2 years traveling. So it'd be 52 to get up
Yeah,
there.
how
you're
long did-
52. That's old.
I remember when they launched
That's-
the rover, and it was like 2 years from launch to get there. It was like a year or something like
Oh,
that.
the rover died?
That is crazy. I
The-
cannot
like
think
the
about
Mars rover. Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to travel that long for 2
exactly.
years.
I couldn't.
Dude, you
be
can't even make. You couldn't even make it from the for the drive over. You already complained like, oh,
I could
going?
not, I
East
could not,
LA?
be, I could not be in solitary confinement for 2 weeks, let alone 2 years.
Well, here's the thing, though. They're not. None of these people are being introduced to each other either. They're just shoving them in there and going. So it's like.
That's a terrible
So
idea.
like, here's the worst case scenario: is they end up landing on Mars, which does have gravity. So one, they're kind of boned to begin with there. Two.
Yeah, that's true. When they
What
landed
if they
there.
have the Mars rover meet them there? It films the inside, and it's nothing but bloody corpses. One guy going, "I hated them all."
That's true.
Awesome.
That is true.
that makes
No,
for
no,
an
he makes a
awesome
good point.
TV
He
show.
makes a good point, though.
God.
Space sickness is a real thing. Have you seen Michael Bay's movie with Armageddon?
Do not speak of the Michael Bell.
Oh, Michael Bay is just.
What the hell was that?
That was Smeagol.
Please.
That was a bad Smeagol impersonation.
Sued by Time Warner.
What about you, Ronel? Do you have any interjections for space?
He saw
Yay or
Wall-E.
nay?
He's so holy.
I'm not.
Actually, that's a good idea, though. Like, because Wall-E had the Earth was completely covered in trash and all that. And trust me, I didn't like Wall-E either, but still brings up a good point. What
I
if
do not like
what if
Wall-E.
we end up
Wall-E was
just
a good movie.
what if we end up
Wall-E.
just building giant
Beat
ships,
you up.
taking the hell off them, but the robots take care of us, so we end up like them, just fat, lazy, and stupid. I'm not included in that.
I wasn't gonna say it either. I was thinking about it. I wasn't gonna say it.
Dude, you're halfway there.
Dude, when did you get on that program?
No, but it's the point. Is like, do we really want? And, I mean, I guess in technicality, you can go into artificial intelligence point because even in 2001: A Space Odyssey, HAL 9000 was all just kind of went bonkers too. And I guess in essence, did any of you see the movie Moon
No.
with
No.
Sam Rockwell?
No.
Nah.
Well, it's the kind of the same
Mars
thing. But Peter,
Attacks.
I saw Gravity with Sandra Bullock.
Was that good?
It was an experience, that's for sure. I'm not sure if the acting is on par, but it's a visual experience. Like,
Well-
if you don't see it in IMAX 3D, you're not going to understand, like, what the fuck am I
well,
watching?
people can't see it in IMAX 3D anymore.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, so, like, you'll have to
Why? Because
settle
they're
for...
getting lost in space.
Dude, like, basically, do not watch it on your fucking cell phone. Like, you will not appreciate
Now,
the
what if
movie.
the cell phone has 3D?
I don't know, but if you get it on 3D Blu-ray, maybe it might be good.
I'll watch it on my 3DS then.
That works.
It's got
That
3D.
works.
Count.
Works.
There you go.
Can you
That
watch
works.
films on 3DS?
Actually, yeah. There's Netflix on there.
Yes, you can.
Does it have the 3D tab on there?
Yeah, it does. It doesn't activate though.
That sucks.
Yeah.
So you buy it for no reason.
Well, no, that's the funny part about it because Netflix is like, we're on the Nintendo 3DS now. It's like, great. None of our films are in 3D. Fuck you.
That's not too
I don't know
bad
about
because
it.
I have a 3D TV, and unfortunately, the 3D section in Netflix isn't that great. They
It's
had,
just all like the Discovery Channel.
yeah, it's all like it's all National Geographic.
Journeyman
Yes,
Termites in
yeah.
3D.
I have no idea.
That's great.
ESPN.
I just want to go to
Keep
bed.
that away
I feel
from
like
you,
termites
right?
all over me.
No, I actually like ESPN. I use it on my Xbox. I usually just go straight to the MMA file. As the rest of them,
I look as I go into my Xbox.
What is this?
What is
baseball? What the hell is that?
What is this gridiron football? That's not football. It's soccer.
Why are these guys slapping each other's hoonies?
Hey, a little fun fact, because the World Cup's going on and we brought up soccer and football. Did you actually know that soccer is the actual original name for it?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
It is.
I knew that.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You have to look at like I'm just fucking. Just Straight up.
He's looking at you like, I'm blowing smoke up your ass, but you'll never
It was
see
a
it.
word. England came up with the name soccer.
What a bunch of-
They adopted it, and then like U.S. like okay, soccer, and then the rest of the world decided to change it to football, and then they didn't tell us, and we had a sport called football, and we're like, what?
Honestly, okay, on that quickly, American football is called gridiron everywhere else. Doesn't sound much better than football.
No.
Gridiron doesn't sound even more cool.
No.
Really, it doesn't.
That's like saying, I'm a manly man, I'm going to change my name from Frank to Sally.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, how do you go from Frank to Sally though, and being a manly man?
No, I just
Exactly.
wanted to
That's what
say
he's
that.
trying to say. How do you go from football to gridiron?
That's true. That's true.
I don't know. It's
I don't know,
just
how'd you go-
because
how'd you
it's
go from
because
soccer back to football then?
Nah, because he's not done yet.
Yeah.
He wants to
Not
sprinkle
till
it
it's
on the other
gone.
one.
Secretly, that's not powdered. Secretly, that's not powdered sugar. It's just massive amounts of cocaine.
Yeah. Not in this house. Not in this house. Not in my house. So,
Let's
Ronel,
protect
if
this
we
house.
went to space,
You wouldn't go.
What do you think we should do if we go to space?
See if there's life.
Bring air.
Did you say bring air?
Yeah.
Why?
So you can breathe.
Hey, what are you? Fucking
Or they just fill the ship with water and we grow gills. Evolution.
dick.
He says evolution, dick. There you go.
Survive or die. Right?
Never die.
I was thinking about life on other planets.
Well, we already disclosed sorry. We've
I like
already
your use of
discounted
words.
Venus and Mercury. So, you know.
Hey, it
I was
also
like, what was it? They
rocks
found, they just recently found like a little puddle of water or something on Mars and they took a sample of it and they're about to send it back or something like that too.
Possibly. I do know that we sent a satellite, I forget how many years ago, to Pluto, and I believe it's going to get to Pluto like next year or
This
the next
has
2 years.
already happened. If you're talking about the Voyager 1.
I don't know, is it? Because
Well, maybe he's
last
not,
I
so
checked,
shut
I don't know
up.
if it's there yet, because last I checked, we have no pictures of Pluto. Every time we look at one,
It's just
it's like a
like
little
a-
square. It's like the smallest pixel they could pick up. So like, we're actually going to see what Pluto looks like when Voyager gets there.
One of these days.
One of these days.
Bam, straight to the moon.
But if Voyager's there already, I guess I'll have to do my research better.
Well, like,
before
did
we
you ever see
record.
that picture of, like, it's like, it was actually the Voyager 1, and it had taken a picture towards Earth from where Pluto was. It was this little blue dot, and it just shows you how insignificant we are. And at that point, it's like, okay, well, if we're insignificant, I'm just going to commit genocide at that point.
Yeah, these are like,
You're the only one
he's
that
so
thought
radical.
of that.
Yeah, I know.
So radical, and like all these
But
transitions.
it brings the point up, though.
It's
how-
rainy today. I'm gonna kill my dog.
What?
God, you just like you're from one extreme to the next.
Get it? Because it's raining cats and dogs. Oh.
No.
I thought that was pretty good.
Sir, why are you looking at the PDA? Today on this speech...
Just trying to find you on Facebook.
Become friends.
Block the hell out of you. So you
I'm
don't
going on Facebook and block you before it gets any further.
you just forget where this is.
Hey, someone give me the little neuralizer from Men in Black, please.
No, but at that point with the one-way trip, though, how big is this ship they're going to build? You know, and that hasn't been disclosed yet, and I assume they won't disclose anything until it's actually been built. But like, I think they said it's like 120 people or something that they're sending off at this point.
Jesus, where's the money?
Yeah.
They got to reproduce if it's successful.
Pretty much.
How much?
Unfortunately, it's 100.
When the ship lands, they're going to
19 men.
have basic supposedly terraforming equipment. You know, they're going to be planting
That
plants.
shit is so exciting, but unfortunately, it takes hundreds, if not thousands, of
It
years
does.
to get a
Well, actually,
final
NASA
product.
laid out in a blueprint. They would send an initial group there to begin the terraforming process, and they would die.
For those of you who
I
are,
shit you not. There was a graph they sent out, and it says like, first people go, begin initial, die on the planet. It's like, oh, that's very comforting to know.
so those of you who are not familiar,
So you want me
terraforming.
going?
Fuck that.
So those people who are listening who don't know what terraforming is when you go to a planet and you change its atmosphere. And in our case, it would be very similar to Earth's atmosphere. So therefore, it could sustain life.
Well, what was that Schwarzenegger movie? Total Recall?
Yeah,
You know,
I didn't see it though.
Really?
What the fuck?
I only
is
saw
wrong with
bits and parts of it as a kid.
I've
And
never
then-
seen it either.
See, the thing is about 80s movies.
it? It was from 1992.
Was it?
Yeah, dude.
Shit, it
I was
feels like
a
an
year
80s
old.
movie.
I was a year old at that
All of
time.
Arnold's movies.
Well,
suck.
there you go. I was a year old. Sorry, what the fuck was I doing with my life? Learning how to walk?
Learn how to piss in a toilet.
This guy-
Jeez.
This guy's need to get his priorities straight. Didn't see Total Recall?
25 fucking years old. Give me credit.
At least you saw it when you were 5. You're like, I know how to read.
Wow, that lady has 3 tits.
I'm going to school tomorrow for the first time ever.
I gotta watch Total Recall.
Tomorrow,
I'm gonna talk about 3 tits.
me on the other hand, tomorrow I'm gonna take my first piss by myself in a toilet.
I still don't know how to do that. I just end up just going into the shower and be like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
You just sit over the tub.
I just sit over the top.
Sits down.
All you gotta do is aim for the drain. You're right.
Sit down when you pee.
Mom said I have to sit till I pee, so I learn how to aim.
All right, Corey. Let's grab our next topic. What do we got?
You know already?
Hope to God
Yeah.
it's legible.
I know, that's what I was trying to do. Movies you loved as a kid, hate as an adult.
Oh.
Perfect.
Well,
You got nothing?
Batman and
Got
Robin.
nothing.
Batman and Robin back when I was a
Gonna
kid.
keep it-
loved
He
it.
doesn't even know what the word movie means.
That's for me. Batman and Robin too.
That's where I was
Oh,
going.
God.
Loved it as a kid.
Then you watch it, and then Arnold Schwarzenegger's one-liners. And that's it.
I may be taking a big leap here, but I told you this earlier.
Jump off a cliff then.
Maximum Overdrive. Loved it as a kid.
Never seen it.
Hate it
Never
right
heard
now.
of it.
Are you
Yeah.
serious?
That wasn't a very popular movie. So
It
Yeah.
wasn't, but
And
it was
porn-
Emilio Estevez's like coming into. That's what took him
Stand
off.
tall, fly straight,
So
USA!
wait, like that movie didn't
What
get
the
like a
hell are
lot.
we
I think it
talking
might
about?
have
I'm
been straight
so
to
lost.
VHS or straight to home.
No,
video.
no, no. It was like.
Okay, well,
It was, in
total
the, it was in the
B-list.
theater for
irrelevant,
1 week. And that was it.
irrelevant. Whether it was or was not, but the point is, not a lot of people see it. It didn't get a lot of advertisement. A lot of people don't know about it. So please tell everyone what the plot of this movie
Okay,
is.
the plot of this movie is there's this. It's like a gas or a cloud that overtakes the Earth, and anything mechanical gets taken over by this cloud, and it turns on the humans. It's got a lot of holes in it. It's really
Skynet!
It's very
yeah,
extraterrestrial, and it takes over
yeah.
the
Skynet was-
automobiles.
We built Skynet, but this was an alien cloud that came over and took over. So
And trucks are running over people left and right.
it's a
That's
super awful movie.
Yes.
If you get a chance, I recommend you watch it. Just
I'd
to be
never
like,
want to watch it now.
I also think they made like a 4 cable adaptation of it. It was called Trucks.
probably.
There was a movie that came out a while ago called like Rubber or something like that. And it was about a killer tire.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I've
The
seen
movie
that.
was fucking great.
There's
Me and my
that.
sister, we love watching
Did you ever see
sci-fi
T?
originals. Like
As a kid.
Sharknado.
Sharknado 2, they just
Well-
released an official trailer.
Well, what was today? The 10th, I think? Yeah, today's the 10th. Right now, the Rift Tracks thing is going on for Sharknado.
Oh my god, like
That's
sci-fi
insane.
originals are ridiculous. Like what
Ridiculous bad, but
let's
they're fun.
there's a giant octopus versus mega shark.
Yeah.
There's Dino Croc.
Mecha Shark. There was a Mecha Shark.
Oh my god, I watched that one just the other night too.
Yeah.
I had
Sharktopus.
Sharktopus.
You know, and you know,
Those are all the-
Sci-Fi Channel is sitting on a lot of fucking money. Yet the CG is from like 1920.
Yeah.
It's
That's true,
ridiculous.
yeah.
That's why they have the money.
Every
Who spends it?
every time I see anything on sci-fi, all I can think of is Mystery Science Theater 3000.
High
And
five.
I want to sit there on my couch with you guys and just make fun of these movies because they're just
Yeah,
horrendous.
we recently watched the Gamera episode. That was funny.
That was,
See, Gamera, that was, shit, what's his name? Joel Robinson, right?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
No idea who was
Well,
in that
his
movie.
original
because that was an early one.
Yeah.
Did he play Gamera? Was he in the suit?
No. He
Was
was,
he in the
the,
suit?
he was
He
the
was
guy
human
in the
making-
robots.
He was the human with Tom and Crow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
The person
Remember I
watching
told you about that? There was
Yeah.
him, and then there was Mike. I forget what his name was, but he was one of the original writers too.
Like Nelson.
Mike Nelson.
All right,
What
this-
other movie?
I'm gonna name a movie, but it doesn't like it's a movie that I loved as a kid, but I hate watching it today. So in this case, like it's not a bad movie. It's a good movie, by all means. For me, it's Fox and the Hound. I cannot watch that movie today because I loved it as a kid. Now I watch it, I get depressed and I cry.
It's a very depressing film.
I can't watch it anymore. I'm just
I mean,
so sad.
that's the point.
I still
in
watch it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it taught
To
me.
hit deep.
It taught me at a very young age to just might as well kill myself. I can't live a life.
Wow, you just
Wow,
went straight
wow.
from the next.
Wow,
It was a depressing fucking film.
You're like,
Wow.
Every time
I'm not gonna let
he
you
looks
watch
back
Marley
around.
and Me. Holy
I
shit!
did not like that.
I liked
so-
it. That was a good movie.
I don't like movies where the dog dies.
I'm gonna flick you.
like
in the
Turner and Hooch.
What?
You ever see Turner and Hooch? Tom Hanks, he plays a detective and he has a police dog. Unfortunately, the dog gets shot at the end, dies.
And I would be like,
No
okay, I'm gonna
spoiler
bawl
alert.
my eyes out right now.
Spoiler alert,
What
if
if
you don't
everybody
like-
else wanted to go see that movie?
Yeah,
Was it
they were
sure?
like,
Well,
oh, we should go check
alright,
out
well,
that
I'm
movie.
gonna go
you
check. Oh,
mentioned.
the dog
Oh,
died.
he just
He's
told me.
dead.
Way to go. Way to end the movie.
Well, we're talking
Stay
about
to the end of the credits. Maybe the dog will come back.
the dog did. Well, the dog.
This is a weird epilogue.
This is a funny.
like,
This is
just
a little
twitching.
funny part. The dog knocks up another dog before he dies. So at the end of the movie,
The
his
dog has
son
puppies.
is living in the house.
Sequel.
Typical.
It's been 20 years. I hope they greenlight the sequel.
I don't know.
Turner and Hooch Jr.
I don't know.
Well, they made 15 Airbuds, so you never know.
Shit.
Hey,
fuck.
Jesus Christ.
Airbud.
Kill Airbud.
After
At
the
least they
first
killed
one.
Old Yeller. God.
They've
Put
never
the damn
killed.
thing down.
They've never killed Airbud.
Hopefully in this next
I don't know
installment
about.
they do.
I don't know if I really had. I've watched a few. I don't know. Really, it's kind of hard to say movie wise if I've watched any when I was younger that I hate now. I mean, I would have to go with the obvious, like Batman and Robin. You know,
Fucking horrible.
something like that. But
You have nothing right now?
Got nothing.
Really?
He's
You like
20.
every movie that you watch?
Well, I see it. I'm like, I'm done seeing that. Why do I need to revisit?
Never read or
See,
watch
Ronel's
it.
very unique when he sees a movie. Like, he'll watch a movie, he's like, cool.
Done.
I was
Yeah.
done.
I know what happens. We're good.
I'm
Me,
just
I
along
watched-
for the ride. Like, I
Me,
don't
I-
poke holes in it. I just
Like,
enjoy
he's
the thrill.
completely opposite from me and you and Rios. Like, for us, like, we, like, when there's a really good movie, we fucking love that movie.
Oh, yeah.
Rio, and then, like, when we hate a movie, like, we fucking really hate that movie. Him, he's like, it's alright. No matter what he's fucking watching, Ronel's like, it's alright.
It's right.
It did its job. It was supposed to entertain
no,
you
I
for
guess
2 hours.
technically that would be kind of the ideal way. Watch it. That was okay. Oh, really good movie. That was okay. Really bad movie. That was okay. Straight to video. That was okay. You know, you could be just one of those people, or you could just want to watch the world burn. But I don't know. You know what? I'm just gonna go with Batman and Robin.
That's a good one.
my
I have
choice.
another
I can't
one.
think of another one.
I have another one. It's 1998 Godzilla
Yeah.
with Matthew Broderick.
Oh God.
I liked it when I was a kid. I would watch it now, and I'm like, this is fucking terrible.
I was always indifferent with it, so it really didn't matter. I watched it.
I
and
thought
I'm
the
like,
acting sucked.
That's
I knew
cool.
as a kid the movie was bad, but I liked it because giant lizard monster.
But they didn't.
Tearing up New York
I
City.
don't know. They didn't even really.
Well, that's why I like the new one. It fucking destroyed San Francisco.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I haven't seen the new one.
It's really good. I recommend you watch it.
Oh.
Another
Way
example.
to go, Chris.
Another example I have.
That Power
Let's see how you guys feel about it. You guys may say yay or nay, but I loved as a child, hate as an adult, the Star Wars prequels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate him now.
I loved them as a kid because what the fuck do I know about movies and how to critique one?
I was never big on them.
Really?
You know, all in told, I've never been a big Star Wars fan.
They had awesome scenes, awesome
Yeah.
fight scenes,
That was it.
but that was it.
Acting
There was
sucked.
no. I mean, there's
Shitty
There's too
character
much-
development.
Yeah.
yeah, there's too much going on. It just the originals were just like boom, here it is,
Take it or
and
leave
I
it.
was like, hell yeah. A little kid right before they closed the original Cine Capri to knock it down. They did all three of them. The one I saw was The Empire Strikes Back, and I was
One of the
Blown
greatest
away.
movies of all time, period, not just in the Star Wars saga.
yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I like Return of the Jedi better.
I don't
I
know.
wouldn't say I wouldn't say that I liked it better. I think I liked them all pretty much about the same.
Return of the Jedi was good. It had Ewoks.
A New Hope was
It had
was
Ewoks in
good,
it,
but
that's all.
It wasn't so much seeing the Ewoks as a kid. It's just I liked it better.
hey,
Yeah,
there's
close.
Brandon sitting there. Hey, I look like that.
What you can do, or whatever the fuck it was.
I'm 7. I got a unibrow. Yeah, that's me. It's a trap.
Oh, I love those YouTube videos. It's a trap. That's a trap.
That guy's
Did you name
face.
a movie already?
Yeah,
Get back to
nobody
the
knew
movie.
it. So let's
Oh.
think.
Let's go for another one.
Let's go for another one. Let's shit.
See, I want to say movies, but they're all animated, and I don't know if that would technically count.
No, sure, go
counts.
for it. I said Box and the Hound. That was animated.
All right, well, you're gonna give me.
Is it an animated movie that none of us have probably seen?
You might have seen it, but you probably not have. It was a Don Bluth film, and his '90s movie sucked. And no, it wasn't the All Dogs Go to Heaven. It wasn't Secret of Dim.
Whoa, whoa.
The Troll in Central Park.
That was a good movie.
I think I've heard of it. But
That was a good movie.
This
I
is
like it.
animated?
I haven't
Huh?
seen it since
This
I was
was
a
animated.
kid.
Yeah, I said the next one I would say is gonna be animated.
Oh,
was
alright.
that? Technically, I guess you could put the Pebble and the Penguin on there too, but
I have that
yeah,
movie. I like
yeah.
that movie.
Yeah.
I I either
I
watch
thought the
it.
troll in the Central Park was pretty good.
You know what? I watch it now. I'm like, it's not bad, but it's a lot of fucking fluff.
So here's the thing. There's a lot of movies that I liked as a kid that I haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
So like when you say Pebble and the Penguin, I'm like, I love it. If I watch it again, like,
You're
oh
like,
wait,
wow.
it might be
I
bad.
have it.
So we'll see.
I fucking want to snap this thing in half.
Fuck you, VHS.
I actually did that to one of my old ones.
I loved Batman Forever so much as a kid.
I liked Batman Forever a lot.
Then
It's
you
also
look good.
bad. It's also really bad.
It's not as bad as
It's not
Batman
as bad
and
as
Robin.
Batman. I don't know. Actually, when it comes like, there's like a point where like you can have guilty pleasure movies. Like for example, Expendables. Say what you want. You may be like you're either all
It was
for
a dumb, stupid
Anyway,
action
you
movie.
might be all for it, or you might be like, no, it's shitty. But like, I know when they get these band of characters together, these band of actors together, I know I'm not gonna fucking watch them put on a performance of Hamlet. I know I'm not gonna fucking see them in the next Oscar contender film of the year.
Only
You know
imagine
what you're
Sylvester
walking
Stallone
into.
doing that.
I know what
That's for Horatio.
I know what I'm walking into, but the difference between like an Expendables versus Michael Bay is they're both the same fucking movie. There's lots of explosions. The difference is Michael Bay's trying to make the greatest movie of all time. They're doing it tongue in cheek. They know that this is a throwback to 80s and any
Yeah.
action movie like in the day. So there's guilty pleasure movies. So for like, Batman and Robin, it's so bad it's terrible. Batman Forever, I'm like, oh, I can't fucking watch this. It's unbearable. But I loved it as a kid so much that I actually broke the VHS because I rewound and
Oh, you
watched
probably
it so
didn't
many
physically
times.
break it.
Yeah.
It's just-
The VCR ate
just
it.
wore
killed
out.
it. Exactly.
Jesus. For people who don't know, VHS was a magical item that doesn't work anymore.
It still does.
Love how
If you honestly want to buy one,
I
go
still have a couple porns on there.
Do you
shit,
really?
that was-
Yeah, but before,
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. I'm not
yeah,
gonna
but
lie.
before the good scenes, the tape cuts out. You get
It's
that
I'm
skinny-
amazed.
Yeah.
VHS
You
porn.
rewinded
You
it
should
too
see my
much.
Betamax collection, man.
If I could give you a high five right now, I would.
It's vintage, guys.
Vintage. You better sell it on.
Film scrapes and all that.
So, anyone got some more films before we move on to the next topic?
I do want to bring one up. It was just because I loved the series, and I did love the movie when I was younger, but we all forgot about the Power Rangers movie.
Oh God.
Oh,
He's right.
Awful,
right.
awful movie, but I loved it. And I
don't
sit
tell
there and
Rios
watch
that.
it.
Don't tell Rios that. He'll tell you it's one of the fucking
It's alright.
greatest
I can
creations
take
by
that.
man.
I can take that 3 foot midget. I'm good. I'll pack him in. Send him
Pink
to
Ranger.
Africa.
You know, but like, you guys know they're doing a new live action Power Rangers.
Yes,
Shut
hopefully
up.
it's okay. Yeah, hopefully it's alright.
I don't know if they go off the Samurai. I don't know. I just find the whole premise of the show as an adult now kind of stupid. But I can see the fan base in it. It's supposed to be silly. But like me personally, I look at it, it's like this isn't like Monty Python silly. This is just stupid silly.
Yeah.
Well, one more I have. Now that I watched it a few times as an adult.
I watched it on YouTube. I'm just like,
No. I was talking about Batman Returns.
oh.
Michael Keaton.
Oh,
Oh God.
I think that's the weakest one.
I thought it was the dark. I think it's the darkest one though.
Wait.
I don't know.
You think Michael Keaton's the weakest Batman?
I thought
between-
George Clooney was.
Between the two Michael Keaton ones.
Yeah, I thought.
There's only
the
two.
first
No,
Bat-
he's describing which of the two is the weakest.
Okay,
I
I
thought
get it. 'cause
Batman with the
don't
first
get
one
me
was
wrong.
really good.
Yeah, the first Batman.
Jack
with Michael
Nicholson
Keaton
as
was really
the
good.
Joker was
Pulls
really
out that
good.
giant fucking pistol.
I'm sorry for me. This is what I grew up with. Michael Keaton will be Batman to me. That's just
No.
what it is.
No.
That's how I grew up.
No.
That's how I grew up.
Well, you know, I kind of
George Clooney.
No.
George Clooney. Oh no,
Okay,
man.
now if we're gonna get into this, it's gonna be between Val Kilmer and George Clooney. And honestly, I thought Val Kilmer was a decent Batman.
I think I'll
Val
take.
Kilmer.
I think
they
I'll
did 'cause
take-
he was a good actor.
I think I would take Michael Keaton over Val
No,
Kilmer.
fucking no. I'll take George Clooney if we're coming. This is weird because
George Clooney's too fucking overrated.
because Batman and Robin is the most horrendous. Like if you ask anyone else, but
Yeah.
I would pick George Clooney because Val Kilmer was basically playing Kristen Stewart in that whole fucking movie.
Val Kilmer is one of my favorites.
No.
Yeah.
He's one of my
I'm
favorite
just
actors.
I'm doing
underrated actor too.
I'm doing for the people can't see, but I'm doing an impersonation on a podcast right now.
It's kind of hard. It's very easy to describe Kristen Stewart's acting. Look at a wall.
Oh
That's-
shit! No, this wall has more fucking character because it's got a mirror.
God
hanging
damn
there.
it.
It's
right.
got texture on there.
Damn it.
It's got a
I
window.
really thought though after you watched like Batman Returns, and then you watch it as an adult, it just sucked.
Yeah.
It was.
I have to admit, Batman Returns wasn't as good
Michelle
as
Pfeiffer.
It was just really
Yeah,
weird.
she wasn't that good.
That's crazy. See, I'm with you on the same way, but on that. But apparently, Michelle Pfeiffer was like praised for her performance in that movie. But I just like
Wasn't she Catwoman in that one?
Yes.
I don't think she
I just
I
like.
think
the
a lot
Penguin.
of it had
The
to do
Penguin
with-
was pretty badass, so I'd say.
Danny DeVito. Man, fuck.
Danny DeVito was
killed
funny.
it. I mean,
The only time I ever thought he was funny was when they were doing the Senate or whatever,
was-
the mayor
oh,
campaign.
the
He's
mayoral
like,
campaign.
he's like,
Bit
but
his
my
nose.
nose can be gushing with blood. And he's like,
Oh.
what? And just bites the shit out of his nose. So every time I look at someone, I just want to be like, want to bite
You
the shit
bite
out of
my
him.
nose.
And isn't it why he's giving that speech too? He just keeps spitting out blood the entire
Yeah.
time too. And that was Christopher Walken, wasn't it?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, it was.
no, Christopher Walken was what's his name?
He wasn't the Joker. No.
No.
He was
he played a mayor or
Yeah, he played the mayor.
No, he played the
Some
Penguin's
political-
assistant.
No,
Yeah.
he played the mayor.
no.
He wasn't the
Penguin was going for mayor. He played some sort of like he was either
he was
some,
the
He was-
campaign manager or something like that.
No, I
wasn't
thought he was. I
No,
thought he was
he
the
was-
guy that
We
helped
gotta
him.
let him read the next one.
Oh, I'll say him because he hasn't spoken much at all.
Did you read the last one?
He
Or
did.
the-
He
Yeah,
read
the
one, but
first
he hasn't
last
spoken
one.
at all, really.
Well, we got this guy.
Yeah.
We gotta.
Equity.
All right, that's
Just
it.
because Brandon's white doesn't mean we have to kick him out. What
We have
Well,
to-
what about him?
Yeah, I'm white.
are you
Dude.
talking about, dude? Your last name is
Davis.
Jackson.
Jackson.
Jackson. Actually, Jackson Dufresne.
Damn,
All
I
right,
was gonna
what's our
say
topic?
that.
Question is, where would you live if not America?
Ooh.
Actually, that could have been worded better, but I'm not going to be pedantic about it.
Really?
Sorry, I'm a
We'll ask you
I
next
am
time.
a grammar
Yeah,
Nazi.
next time we're writing topics, they can ask you.
I'm a grammar Nazi. I apologize.
So
I would live in. I don't know.
I'm a puss. I live in Canada.
Really?
That's plenty.
Canada apparently is very identical to the U.S.
they have fucking poutine.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah. me
Okay,
neither.
imagine the most disgusting thing on earth, which is not really disgusting. It's French fries with cheese curds and gravy. Cups just smear the fucking thing in gravy with cheese curds.
I don't know.
It is horrible for you. You will die from it. It is utterly delicious, though. Much like beer.
Yeah.
So you'd live there?
No, I wouldn't live in Canada, no.
See, for me, I've always I have.
It is Canada.
I have a couple of ideas where to go. One of the first one that came to my mind, but I've changed my mind since. Before you fucking jump on me,
Haiti.
was Australia. I'm like, it looks nice.
Steve Irwin?
Looks nice. I'm
Even
like,
the
yeah.
landmass wants you dead, so no.
Steve
I
Irwin. That's all I
basically
wanted to see.
radically
Steve
fucking
Irwin.
changed my mind. Number one, because of their gun laws. I'm like, fuck that, nope. Not after living in Arizona and going to fucking over there. I'm like, nope. So
It's
number
kinda
one,
like-
number one, their gun laws, which in turn like affects their crime rate. And then number two, their fucking censorship is ridiculous.
Oh, God, I know.
I didn't realize that. Like when I was playing Fallout 3, one of my fucking favorite games ever, I did research and that game was fucking banned there because they tried to. No. The reason why Med-X is called Med-X in the game, which Med-X, if you were like in real life, it's morphine. They tried to publish the game with morphine as the name of that little injection that you give yourself if your character's hurt. Australia thought that was too hardcore, so they like, can you change the name or we won't publish the game in our nation? So they changed it to Med-X.
Well, do you remember what happened with Left 4 Dead 2? Because the cover was the backhand with the two
Yeah.
fingers on it. Well, the backhand in like England and the Commonwealth is the fuck you sign. So,
Okay.
so they had to change it forward and like, okay, so backhand wrong, this way forward. Instead, what they changed it to was this or something like that.
That's really weird.
It's fucking stupid. So yeah, and then it's like, oh well, it's people getting killed. It's not people getting killed. People implies they're actually people. It's zombies getting killed, which implies they're dead people. Same different premise.
So it's either that, so like, and then after who brought up Canada? That's probably my reasonable choice. Before I got there, number two would be let's go back to the motherland. I'll go back to England, but I guess it's really expensive to live there.
It's really progressive at this point, though.
So like, it's really expensive to live there. So that's one. So I think it boils down to either Canada or Sweden. A lot of people in Sweden speak English. And apparently their gun laws are not so strict. Apparently everyone has one, and their crime rate's really low, and they have good health care. And then you do have to pay a lot, but you get a lot. Over in Canada, you pay a lot, but you don't get a lot.
Just like my ex-girlfriend.
You had a girlfriend?
Women.
I'm on a roll tonight.
I guess if I were to
Dug your own grave.
choose, it would probably be between. I'm gonna have to say Sweden in all honesty, because that's where my ancestry is based from. Switzerland, just because it's like America but better. I mean, they have like no fucking laws at this point with how they are. You know, hey, you want to go rob a bank? Go ahead. We're just still gonna kill you.
Nice.
You know, probably England, just because I'm an Anglophile. And then after that, which
You
sounds
rape people from England? You're an England rapist?
totally. I guess after that, and it's gonna sound really weird, but Ukraine. I don't know why.
Just because of the name?
I don't know why you said it either.
Don't. It had nothing to do really with the Russian thing, but like
I just thought
I had friends. I
live in Ukraine.
I have friends who've been there. You know, they always have pictures. It's just a gorgeous, lush green country. And then after that would probably be Wales, just because fuck you, it's got a dragon on the flag. Good enough fucking reason for me.
That's a good call. I can understand that. It's a dragon. Fuck you.
Then if not, I'll just go to Mexico and become a drug lord.
That works.
Or an addict.
I've already been on that, so don't go down that trail, my friends.
Ronel, how about you? Where would you live if you could not live in America?
Jeez, are we just picking one?
No, you can.
I
you
picked
can
five.
Through a range.
No, I threw like.
I got
fucking-
one shot. Like, if I don't make it there, I'm just fucked, I guess.
I threw
Chris
out.
is in the middle of nowhere. Shit!
Yeah.
Damn it!
I threw out 5 countries. I think. Go ahead and name as many as you want, and then describe like why they got your pick over another. And
I don't know. I guess I'd be the type where I'm just gonna push it as far as I can. So it's like, oh, if anywhere, I would say maybe one would be, and this is terrible. I don't know where the city is, but Ibiza.
is that in Egypt and Africa? Is this somewhere in the
I
African
think it's
continent?
somewhere like in the Mediterranean, perhaps like France. You know, probably off the coast of Africa, something like that. But pretty much, apparently, it's the Vegas of the world.
That's
So-
Monaco.
Well, this is
I'm
this is
sorry.
not, well,
I'm sorry to kind of cut you off, but technically Monaco is considered the Vegas of the world. It's got all the casinos and shit like that.
Fuck it, my house is the Vegas of the world.
Woo!
It's a Vegas. Of
Where's the
house.
fruit machines?
But also, I'm not just talking like, because casinos aren't just, like for everybody, but
I
like,
don't-
it's like, yeah, just full on like entertainment, dance parties, like all that kind. In that sense of like what we have in Vegas, but
Well, free prostitution, but that's besides the point.
That sounds terrible. STDs on a sky range.
You know what I meant.
Any other places?
I don't know, Moscow, probably somewhere.
That's
Eastern-
Germany,
East-
right?
No, that's Russia.
No, it's England, you dumbass.
Well, I'm trying to egg on that. Like we said, what country would you live in if you couldn't live in the United States? I'll live in Vegas.
It's not really a country. It's a city. And now, if you're going to go on that point, city-states technically count, like Hong Kong.
Hong Kong's separate from the rest of China,
Technically, it is because it's its own administrative zone, so technically it kind of controls its own laws.
so like Macau then.
Vatican, Singapore.
So like Macau then, because Macau's set up similarly, I believe, right? Is that what it's like?
I don't know what the hell Macau is.
Okay,
Well, there you
Macau.
go.
Well, technically, Singapore is also a city-state.
Okay, I'm learning so much.
Who knew that this was going to be an educational show?
Not me.
I play too much Europa Universe, though. Sorry, people.
All right, so please continue. No, I'm sorry.
No, it's just nearly anywhere. Probably just places without like terrorism, pretty much.
Wherever the
Heavy-
wind takes.
Bad news, don't go to
Heavy-
Northern Ireland then.
Oh shit.
Yeah, then won't.
Hey, thanks for that little tip.
I know. Like we said, if not the U.S. and
You said not-
Philippines is
Well, you say America, and I'm
Well,
applying
Mexicans
to
don't.
the U.S.
Well, Mexicans don't address themselves as Americans. Neither do Canadians.
Yeah,
We don't call ourselves United States citizens either to the rest of the world.
I do it every time.
You don't.
United States citizen, sir.
Yeah, even left.
I don't say America, I say
Okay, so all right, so the
He's a
Vegas,
statesman.
if not the U.S., and I know Philippines is a territory, but let's just say
It is not.
that
a
So is Puerto
territory.
Rico.
it's not. What is it considered?
It's its own country.
We don't own that shit.
No,
No.
we technically own the Puerto Rico,
Yeah.
but it's kind of finicky right now because they're trying to get legislation to become the 52nd state.
I had no idea we had 51.
Yeah, he thought it was
Who's
still
51?
13 colonies.
Who's 51?
Who's 51? I forgot.
You mean we're not living in New England right now?
It's really hot, so I'd assume no. I thought we were in Africa.
Wait,
then we
you
wouldn't
wouldn't
have
pick the
electricity.
Philippines?
That's true.
I mean, I could low cost of living, like.
Is
I
it
just
high or low?
conversed- It's low if I just take my funds over there.
Shit, fuck, let's go to Philippines.
Exactly, you take $1
I'm
over.
gonna retire right now.
Well, like if you're doing the like currency conversion, technically you want to go to Saudi Arabia because $1 American is worth 150,000 rubles there. Rupees, I mean.
Yeah, but I have this
I'll be
thing
a
about
rich
getting
dude.
my ass stabbed with a knife. I don't want to get Gaddafi'd. Alright, Corey, your turn. Where would you go?
Oh, jeez.
I go to Texas. Wait a minute.
Wait.
Wait a minute. North Dakota. God, I'm dumb.
I will punch you in the ovaries. Let me think. Mexico?
Really?
Why?
Yeah.
Because he speaks so much Spanish.
El Pollo Loco.
Where is the El
El
Basto?
Nino, which is Spanish
It's
for the Nino. Oh, Saturday Night Live references.
Chris Farley. He's still dead.
Oh.
He's still dead. Canada. Now let's say China.
You just want to go to Canada live with me.
Alright. What are you doing?
I'd love to move to Canada.
Canada.
That's a great state.
I have a friend whose sister calls it Canadanedia. How the fuck do you have that bad grammar?
Well, does she have Down syndrome, perhaps?
We know you do. Talk about her.
I've overcome that disability.
So,
that's it?
Canada, so I think everyone...
Canada and Texas?
I think
I never said Texas. You're the one who said Texas.
I did.
Yeah, but I said it as your voice, so you didn't say
so
it.
it's
You didn't say it, I swear.
stupid.
Throw my voice.
As long as I say it in your voice, you said it.
Yeah. It's science, dude. Read a book.
I did read a book once in my life.
Wasn't life a
Pop
pie?
on pop.
It's called Green Eggs and Ham, and it's critically acclaimed by many.
It was written by a doctor.
Oh, where's your dog?
Stupid.
You got over here?
What was Dr. Seuss's first name?
Theodore Geisel was his real name.
Theodore? Alright, so Theodore Seuss MD wrote fucking Green Eggs and Ham.
Actually, it's funny though because he was a political satirist too. If you actually go online, you can find a lot of that shit. They were kind of fucked up.
Was it?
Oh yeah, some of his cartoons were fucked up.
If that's the case, I'm gonna find like a really skewed, warped representation of what Green Eggs and Hams was talking about, what its political commentary was.
I think it was about socialism, but I don't know.
Something outrageous like that. We're like, no, it fucking wasn't. It's called Stop Being a Picky Eater, you little ass.
Yeah, that guy was way too picky of a fucking eater. Me put in front of me, is it green? Then I'm not an eater.
Ronel is like the human garbage disposal. He'll eat anything you put in front of him.
Will you eat this candy?
As long as it's edible.
As long as it's food.
Goats can eat it, so that means you can.
Hey! Woo!
Blue, go lay
We
down.
got a drum solo going on. Hold on.
Neil Peart's in the house.
Blue, go lay down.
Per morning.
Yeah, stomp going on over here.
Oh. What are you trying to do? Join the Blue Man Group, Blue? Think you're funny?
He's trying to audition with the live version of YYZ.
Never heard of them.
Wow.
You're throwing out.
Wow.
Well, I'm sorry. It's just that you
It was a fucking Rush reference.
Really?
Your guy, yeah, sorry. I'm like, your guys have thrown out so many references that I've just like started to
I just got
overheat my
one thing
brain.
to say right now. Whose dick does Corey have to suck for you to snort that brown powder? Powdered sugar.
Wait.
I work in a bakery, so no, I wouldn't even fucking snort it. I see that shit every
You
goddamn day.
just inject it.
I inject it. I melt it down to the basic sugar component and inject it.
Well,
It's
we
like
hit
heroin, except it's not going to kill me that bad.
we hit all topics today.
Yeah, we did.
We had an excellent episode 2. I'm glad we had our 3 guests today for a special episode 2. Anything you guys want to sign off with?
America. America.
No.
Fuck yeah.
United States is.
United States, yeah.
Texas, you stupid ass.
Why y'all come over there and be like that?
You stupid penos.
So, I forgot what I said about everyone else, but like, alright, so I'm Anthony Nunez, one of the hosts, signing off. We got Ronel, the Phillipeano Ninja, signing off also. And Chris, you had nicknames for the rest of these guys.
I don't
forgot what
remember
they were.
Chris
I
fucking
remember it.
Double D Brandon, is that what you said or something?
Something like that. Brandon the garbage disposal.
Why are you talking about my man breasts as their double D?
And Corey the just do it guy.
Just do it.
Mr. Texas, Corey.
Mr. Texas Corey.
Remember, kids.
He read a book one time. It was sure as fuck was not that gay ass Life of Pi. Just remember, this is the United States of Texas. Move to North Dakota. Take that over next, and I'm believing Indians, Mexicans.
He doesn't believe in taking countries over, going up. He takes it going over, then flying over there and going over. We got to
I've been doing a layover in Seattle. I'm going to Flagstaff. I got a layover in fucking Portland.
We'll take over the slot machine there, then we'll go to Portland. Well, this is fun. Remember, kids, do all the drugs in high school, and if you're going to snort heroin, make sure you're doing it with, I don't know, your mother or something like that.
Yeah, I gotta make sure someone's making sure you don't OD. Alright, follow me on Twitter, XFlashbacks, signing off.
I don't know how to use Twitter. All I use it for is porn stars.
Should I link? I have a Twitter. Should I link mine? I don't know. They give me shit.
If you want followers, go for it. We have like a whopping 3 viewers on this.
Seriously. If you want followers, go for it.
Yeah, it'll triple your current followers.
I seriously use Twitter.
I don't know. I have
for
about 300 people,
porn
so I don't know.
You have 300 people?
Yeah, I have 300 people that follow me, listen to me complain
I didn't
about
even know
video
you
games
used
and
300
shit.
people.
Next episode, we'll probably talk more about video games.
Oh, totally.
I'm down.
Peace.
Call of Duty.